Happy Monday! Happy Monday. Hey, how'd you guys do with the eclipse energies and the energies of this weekend? Whew, intense. Very useful, by the way, for creating. So we're still in the tail end of those energies. So if you are working with your creations and manifestations, keep harnessing the energies of the weekend because they're still going. I feel it anyway. Okay, so this is Codes of Creation number 5, and this week is all about surrender. Now, personally, in the creation process, this one is not my favorite because it requires patience and, releasing control. We don't have control over everything. Specifically, while we're creating, we don't have control over any external alignments. We don't have control over the timing. We don't have control over the outcome and how the universe might like to deliver our creations to us. And so if you're a control freak, I don't want to affirm that for myself, but I have been definitely in the past. If you have a controlling nature or any impatience, this one takes a lot of practice, and I've been working on this one for a long time. So what I'm saying today is preaching to the choir of myself. Okay. So surrendering the timing, surrendering the outcome, and let's talk about alignments a little bit as well, because yes, as you become a powerful creator, you are creating from your soul specifically, you do put yourself in that place of alignment where creations and manifestations can flow more easily to you and through you. And there are, outside of our awareness, outside of our mental awareness, spiritual awareness, emotional awareness, there are alignments that come into place for us to assist us with our creations. And the more awareness we have, the more we can work with these alignments and put ourselves in a powerful position so that we are in alignment. But because we are in human forms, with human brains, with human senses and intuitive abilities, there is still some limitation where we don't always have the full picture. We don't always see what's going on outside of ourselves and what's going on in the ethers, if you will, in terms of what's lining up for us. And so that part requires patience, trust in the process, trust in ourselves, and just that ability to surrender to what we may not understand, what we may not see at the moment. And so I invite you right now just to take a deep breath, because breathing is one way to surrender. Breathing through your belly. And allow those higher alignments to arrange for you and to come into place. And the way that things can come into alignment for you is by doing your inner work, and is by releasing those things that don't serve you and cleaning your vessel, purifying your vessel. Okay, patience and surrender. Because we do not always have the entire picture, because we have this limited perspective from our human point of view, we do have to surrender the things that we can't see, the things that we might not necessarily know, and trust yourself that you're doing the right thing for yourself. Oh, thanks for the love. And trust the alignments and the universal forces and source and all the things that you're working with in your spiritual path, that things are coming into alignment and into place for you. This is not a place of being a victim. This is not of, because I don't have control over the outcome, or because I don't have control over how things are going to happen for me, then, I might as well just give up and just, let whatever is going to happen. No, That's not what I'm talking about. I am talking about doing your inner work, putting yourself in that powerful position of being a creator and claiming that you are a powerful creator and living your life in that way. If you're doing that and you're still not seeing the results, you're still not seeing, the physicalization of your creation, of what you've set your intentions for, then that's a time where one of the things you want to look at is making sure you've surrendered, you've let it go, and making sure that you are trusting in the timing of all the things that, are happening in, the places you cannot see in the moment. So, yeah, I still even have a little bit of a hard time talking about this because I'm still working on this very much. There are, and I will also say this, that when you are creating from your soul rather than your ego. So for example, say you want a fancy car, it's sort of an ego desire, there are ways to do that are very practical, ways to manifest a car like that is very different than manifesting from your soul, manifesting your soul purpose, your soul mission, your soul desire. It's a little bit different. It has a different energy to it, at least to me it does. And if you're someone like me who's come into this world with a big mission, and you are, because we're here on the planet because we have a big mission, right? There are things that you have to do, that inner work you have to do to purify, to put yourself in the proper position to manifest the soul mission and all the things that go with that. Because, let me see if I can explain it. It's something that you grow into. It's not necessarily something that, you're born into this world and there's your soul mission and everything's in alignment and you're in perfect position. Sometimes there's karma that you're working through. Sometimes there's, you're working on purifying your lineage with your blood family. There's a lot of things that go along with that soul mission, that inner work that puts you in the alignment to receive and create. Is this making sense to you guys? Just give me like a thumbs up or something in the comments to let me know that this is making sense to you. So that's where the surrender and the patience really come in, because it's not like, okay, now I'm going to create this huge healing center. I know a lot of you have that vision of creating a healing center. So I'll just use that as an example. Okay, now I'm going to create this huge healing center and I'm going to take this step and this step and this step, and my healing center will come into being. Well, it doesn't always work that way, because there may be nuances within your soul that the universe is supporting you at the soul level, but not at the ego level. And so there may be things you have to surrender to allow it to come into fruition in the way it's meant to come into fruition, that is in the highest alignments, that is for the highest good of all. And so that's where that surrender really comes in, and that's where the patience comes in, because, again, we don't have control over the timing. And this is one of the things I used to talk with my mentor a lot about, because patience is not my strongest, let me reframe that. Patience has not been my strongest virtue. I've had to really practice being patient. And so what I've learned to do with the patience and surrender is work on myself, work on my frequency, my vibration, work on my purity, work on my grounding, work on all those things that put me in the powerful position to receive. So when the time is right, when all is in alignment, I'm ready, I'm here. And so that's what I'm inviting you to do this week. If you are in a position where you have set forth your intentions and creations and it has not yet come to fruition, to go inward, do some inner work, purify, cleanse, look at things within that may be sabotaging you or that may be holding you back from receiving your creation. And thank you, Sophie. And go inward and allow yourself some time and space just to work with your frequency, your purity, your vibration. That's your action step for this week. I know it's not as, it's a little more vague, it's a little more etheric, but it is important, okay? Doing your inner work, looking at yourself is important It's a huge part of the creation process. It's the non-glorified part of the creation process. It's not the part that, you know, the law of attraction people talk about, at least not that I know. No, I haven't really studied it that well, so I can't even say that actually. But it's not the part that I hear people talking about when they're talking about manifesting or law of attraction. The part where you allow the timing and you allow the alignments. And during that allowing and waiting process, you do your inner work. You work with your frequency, you work with your vibration, you work with your purity, and you know, stay grounded on this planet so that when the creation is ripe, when the fruit is ripe, you're ready to receive it. Okay? So again, these videos, I'll be showing up here pretty consistently every Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, and they're preparing you for our Codes of Creation retreat here in Sedona, November 8th through November 11th, and you can register at creationtemple.com/retreat, and you can see there's a lot of testimonials up there on that page. You can see all the things that people have gotten out of our previous retreats and what you can expect for the Codes of Creation retreat. Now, I never know what's going to happen during the retreat because I show up in the moment prepared to assist you with whatever is needed. What is consistent about the retreats? High vibe food, high vibe group of people. We do our shadow work, we do our inner work, channeling Prime Creator, channeling Council for Heaven as Earth to give you an understanding of who you are as part of the Council for Heaven as Earth. If you're showing up at one of our retreats, you're most likely part of the Council for Heaven as Earth, because that is all about, that's what we're all about here in the Creation Temple, restoring heaven as earth. And so attending the retreat is your chance to really shine a spotlight on yourself, to see where you might be holding yourself back, and then also to see your light and what you are, your skills and abilities and your spiritual talents and things that you might be taking for granted but are actually something very special that you have to offer to the world. And we want to highlight all of that during the retreat so that you can move forward in your life. The retreats are really like this takeoff point, this launching you into a higher level life. And that's what a lot of participants have gotten out of the retreat in the past. And specifically because this is Codes of Creation, we're really going to go deeper into all these concepts I've been presenting on the Facebook Lives. We're going to be going deeper into those concepts during the retreat to really help you integrate all of these nuances to creation. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for showing up here with me today. And I will be back next Monday, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Much love to you all. Have a fabulous week. Remember who you are as a powerful creator. Take a deep breath. How does it feel to be a powerful creator? Take a deep breath. How does it feel to be a powerful creator? Much love.